Hi, my name is Brahim Ramzanali from the Lobby Observer. This week, myself and Matt Willard got the chance to interview WHS alum Ryan Guilbeau to ask him what he's been doing post-graduation.
All right, so the first question is, what have you been doing post high school?
So right now I'm a freshman at Bryant University. I have COVID right now, so I'm cooped up in the quarantine dorm, but
Oh,
hopefully I'll be I
sorry to
feel
hear that.
perfectly fine. I'm really lucky. My symptoms aren't bad at all. So I think I get out Wednesday or Thursday, but I'll be excited to be free again because obviously college is weird with COVID going on, but I'm having a good time. I really like it. I'm actually taking some I'm minoring in communications here, so I haven't taken any like
Oh,
specifically journalism classes yet, but I've taken a lot of like writing classes that kind of align with stuff I learned with Mrs. Stoker back in high school. So that's pretty cool.
cool. Rahim, do you want to just go alternate? You can do the next one.
Alright, yeah, I'll do that. I'll ask the follow-up. Was choosing a college during the pandemic hard, or had you already chosen one before the pandemic hit?
I was lucky because I actually committed to Bryant before like coronavirus was a thing. Like it was like mid-February. It just wasn't like here yet and to the scale that it is now. So like it didn't really affect me as much. And then I also I think smaller schools are easier to go to during a pandemic than the bigger schools are just because it's so much easier for like the virus to spread like wildfire at like a huge state school. So I kind of got lucky that I happened to want to come to a smaller school anyway. So it actually worked out pretty well for me. Because again, I committed before this all happened, and then like I mean, I do have COVID right now, but overall, like the school, like they haven't I've been able to have some in-person classes, whereas like I have a lot of UMass friends who I know they haven't really been able to have like full like in-person classes. So I feel pretty lucky. Feel like I actually made it out pretty good.
Yeah,
So
that
yeah,
sounds great.
the next question was just how has anything you're doing after high school or college been impacted by the pandemic? I think you kind of summed that up a little bit. If you want to
Yeah, I mean,
add
yeah,
anything.
sure. It's like I definitely honestly feel pretty lucky because I feel like I've had it pretty easy compared to other people. Like I was saying, I've actually had some hybrids and even a couple like fully in-person classes, which is pretty cool. I know a lot of schools aren't able to do that. Um, and I have COVID right now, and I'm doing perfectly fine, so I'm really happy about that too. And so yeah, I think a lot of people have it way worse than I have, so I'm pretty thankful for on like a personal scale how it's gone out for me, and I'm really happy I chose Bryant because I think they're doing a pretty good job with handling COVID and everything. So happy with my decision.
Yeah, and again, I'm sorry that you have COVID. That always
Yeah,
sucks to
it's all
hear
good.
that,
Yeah.
but yeah, just get better soon. Rahim, you
Mhm.
can do the next one.
Okay, what has the pandemic impacted most in your post-live graduation?
Um, hmm. I guess I would say just the sense of normalcy. It's like obviously like over the summer and when I'm home for the winter, like I can't really go see my friends as much. And then even at school, it's like again, like I said, like I have some in-person classes, but it's like, you know, there still has to be that availability to go online because you never know when you might go down with COVID, like me right now. And so like all my fully in-person classes, I have to go online now. So it's like all my classes are like they're in person, but they're still always like every class is different. You just have like X amount of kids online for whatever reason, and it's definitely like pretty weird and definitely like slightly hindered from the usual amount. But I don't know, just taking it day by day, I would say. Just it's honestly we've gotten through the majority of it. We're pretty close to being all done with it, to be honest. A lot of people are getting vaccinated, so um, yeah, I'll just say just like the overall sense of just being with people in person, I would say it's just the general thing that's been taken away the most.
Yeah, that's the same with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here. Um, so obviously your senior year was impacted, the end of it. So what was the hardest part about having that impacted by the pandemic
Easily just not
last
being
year?
able to go to school and see everybody. I mean,
Hmm.
because you know, the second semester of senior year, you're not like I mean, you've already committed to college. Not to say that like you shouldn't like focus on school, but like you've already committed to your colleges. Like you're showing up to school excited to like see your friends for the last time, not to like go to your last class. You know what I mean? So it's like we got all the school and we didn't get all the fun stuff. Like you know what I mean? Like we didn't get to see everybody in person. So I would say definitely just being with people was like the thing I missed the most from my senior year because we actually still like I think we adjusted pretty well to online learning, like a lot quicker than a lot of other schools. So like I don't think my learning was really hindered that much, to be honest, from the pandemic my senior year of high school. But I just like miss seeing even like people that I wasn't best friends with, but just like people I'd say hi to in the hallway or had like one class with, and I'd sit next to them, like that sort of thing. Like I definitely missed the most.
Yeah, I mean, it was. I feel bad for you guys, and then this year's seniors too. It's just been. It's hard,
Yeah, yeah.
but
Or for everybody, not just us. It's like everybody. I mean, I got that we were the
yeah,
seniors, but at the end of the day, like
yeah,
everybody could see their friends. It wasn't just us. So it's not fun for anybody.
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay. Have you been doing anything with journalism since graduating? Do you plan on pursuing anything related to journalism as a career?
Yeah, kinda. So like I was saying before, like I'm a minor in communications, and I haven't taken any. I took like just like intro to comm, like my first semester, and that was a pretty good class. And we just had to write a lot of like papers about like again different events going on. So it was very similar to journalism. I'm probably not going to pursue a career in journalism. I think I'm going to pursue a career in probably marketing, maybe something with stats and like sales and analytics, things like that. So I'm probably not going to pursue it as a career, but I think it's a really, really good background to have just because it gets you involved in current events, and that's just something I think everybody should know at all times, at least have a general sense of. I think it's good to know what's going on in the world, and then as well as just like like you guys right now, like you guys were very professional and did a really good job of reaching out to me for an interview. Those kind of skills, no matter what field you go into, just being able to like talk to people and be professional and be ethically correct and those sort of things, like no matter what job you get, that's something that's really important, that's going to be really valuable. So I'm definitely really grateful for taking journalism, and that's another reason I'm minoring in communications, is even though I don't think I'll actually have a journalism career, those skills you learn just by communicating with people are so helpful in any field, no matter what you do. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
yeah, adding on to that, like, what was so you took journalism with Stoker at the high school. But what was your one of your favorite articles or broadcasts that you wrote or produced while taking journalism?
Oh, I think I gotta say full court press my senior year, because that was something that was like a tradition. And then like watching, because it's usually mostly seniors and a little bit of juniors, but like watching full court press like freshman year, sophomore year, junior year, and then like being able to do it my senior year, that was really cool. Like having that come like full circle and actually being on camera for that after years of watching it, that was really special.
Yeah, I enjoy watching those too.
Yeah.
Those are fun to watch.
Did you hold a position in the lobby O?
I did. I was co-editor in chief my senior year, and that was, I think that was my only position. No, I think I was sports editor my junior year. It's bad that I'm not sure, but I had something junior and senior year, and I know I was co-editor in chief senior year, but I had a smaller role my junior year, and I can't remember what it was, but it was definitely a good time because I like just having like that extra like step up, and like our monthly meetings with Stoker, like it actually made you feel kind of important. You know what I mean? Like when you're talking about like, all right, like what did we like this month? What do we want to work on? And then actually gave you a lot more like initiative to be motivated to write or broadcast whatever you're doing. So I actually really enjoyed it.
And yeah, then so did being a co-editor in chief in Labio help you get into any college or that you committed to?
I would say so. Again, they don't really like when you apply, they don't really tell you like what it was that got you in. But I mean, I applied to a lot of schools and I got into most of them, which was actually really exciting. So I think that, along with just other things I did in high school, that definitely helped my application 100%, especially for the fact that I was applying as a communications minor. The fact that you have multiple like positions in with your newspaper, it fits with what you want to do really well. So it definitely helped a lot with my application. Yeah.
Do you have any advice for us as we go on to take advanced journalism next year?
I would just say, um, write slash broadcast about what you want to do. I get that like it's for the lobby as a whole, like it's good to have a good balance of sports, politics, current events, things going on in the school, that sort of thing. But like I feel like, most classes are diverse enough where if everybody just does the thing they like, that will kind of happen naturally. Like there'll be one or two kids that are their interest is politics. A few kids that's interest is sports. And like me, I would say my favorite thing was sports. So I did full court press. And then there were other kids who were really into politics, and then they did political stuff. And I found throughout my journalism career that if you worked on something that you truly enjoyed, it made the whole process like way more fun. It'd be like to the point where I would like be like excited to go to journalism because I got to work on something that was truly like one of my passions. So I would say just whether it's writing an article, doing a podcast even, or doing a broadcast, just pick a topic that you actually care about because that'll make it so much more fun.
Yeah.
And then the last question is kind of like an overall question. You've kind of answered this a little bit, but how has journalism helped your college career this far?
So much because not only like it's it's so much between the writing as well as just like approaching people. Like I was like a really, really shy kid my freshman year, but like honestly, like something that kind of broke me out of my shell a little bit was just like kind of just like asking people for like interviews because like that was something I was always like really shy about and like didn't want to ask. But like once you kind of get in the feel for it and you learn how the process works, it's like my writing for all my classes improved from just writing articles and then like me sitting behind a camera again that doesn't really I haven't done anything with camera work yet but if that comes if that ends up being something I do down the road that definitely helped me because I remember like my first broadcast versus my last like my just my TV etiquette I guess was way better and then just talking to people like the communication skills that like I said before that's valued no matter what job you get so and then, again, that like one of those common phrases, that's not what you know, it's who you know. And then if you know, communicate with people well, reach out to people, make a lot of connections, um, that could that can help you infinite amounts in whatever you do. So I would just say just the overall communication aspect as well as the writing has helped me an unbelievable amount to get to where I'm at now. Definitely.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you that journalism has helped me in other classes with writing too. Um, but yeah, thank you for sitting down and interviewing with us. We really appreciate it. And good luck in the rest of this year in college and everything else
Yeah,
you
thank
have
you for
planned.
having me. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, have a
Thank
good
you.
weekend, guys.
You
You
too.
too.